All right, our main man. I met this guy at Hunk class.
Yeah, the one and only Jon Hamm, who's was so brilliant in Mad Men. That was his coming out party, and then he's gone on to do all these things. Mad Men,
always used a lot in comedies, and for good reason. The guy knows what he's doing. Very personable, very studly, a lot of fun to chat with. I see him out sometimes, and just a good old school hang.
Yeah. Since we recorded this, when I was doing SNL last fall, I just hung out with him a lot. He'd come to a lot of the parties. Super friendly guy, and loves comedy. You know, he can do drama, he can do anything. But yeah, to be he since this one, he's in a show called Neighbors, I think on Apple TV. He's fantastic in that. Fantastic. So this was me getting to kind of know him, and he loves comedy. He sent me some really obscure, bizarre comedy clips. I mean, he's a aficionado.
Even when he's just doing like the boyfriend of Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids, just more scoring.
Yeah.
Just you cut there. It's probably not supposed to be that funny on paper. Those two were hilarious. Adds the whole movie as a whole.
Yeah.
So great. So let's hear some Jon Hamm.
This is it, man. This is not gonna be. We're always
should be your nickname, Spader.
Eagle Beagle.
You can always test how old people are. If they see his shirts, this Regal Beagle, either get it or they don't. And no one gets it. You do.
Mm-hmm.
I do indeed.
John, it's good to see you, bud.
Jon Hamm is John. Oh, we already introduced him, right? Okay.
Do we start? Yeah, right.
We've been going for about 20. So when you get up in the morning, you have your list. You're going to do this. Call this person. Podcast at 11 with Spade and Carvey. Does it make you happy or sad?
Red letter day. You caught me right before I'm going to. I'm leaving the country too. I leave on a vacation. Well, I am going to Switzerland. Weirdly
Are
enough.
you for real? What are you going to do? Ski?
Ski. Yeah, I've never been skiing in the Alps. I've never really learned how to ski.
Place.
Well, wait a minute. Were you someone who could ski as a kid, as a young man?
Here's what my first ski lesson was. It was in St. Louis, Missouri, on a frozen golf course, and my friends who all knew how to ski said, just keep your skis pointed and keep your weight on your downhill ski, and then pushed me, and so I.
Wow.
Immediately couldn't figure out. They're both pointing downhill for me, so I didn't know which was which, and I immediately fell down.
The parents at school, they'd all come in on crutches like around December. You know, they'd go to Lake Tahoe to ski, and then they'd all be kind of in a boot for a while.
Yeah, we had a big diaspora of rich kids that went to Aspen and Breckenridge and like Colorado. That was the move, but I was not wealthy.
Wow.
Let me tell you about my first skiing, Dana. Give me 20 minutes here. I went to I ski, I snowplow, I ski like I'm looking for a contact lens, you know.
Okay, sure.
So I'm not good. My friends go. The best way to learn is go to the top of the hill, but it's really to ditch me, you know. So I have all the green runs. I go, let's go down Pop-Tart. And they all go, no, we're going to go down Devil's Ballsack. I go, no, that one sounds hard. I go, listen, I worked it out. We're going to go down Santa Claus into Jelly Bean and then into Candy Corn and then Pillow Town. And they go, no, Hitler's abortion. Here we go.
You're like, no.
Yeah. Hitler's abortion. Here we go. And I go, no. That one, it's not on the map, but that sounds hard.
It's not even a thing.
It's going to. And so. The point is, Dana, some of those sound hard.
I'm enjoying this very much. Did that chunk ever find its way into your stand-up?
That was in my last special.
Okay, got it. Bit alert.
I remember it, but I was too kind to bring it up.
I dodged a train, not a bit. Cross-country skiing with my brother and his wife, and in the woods, lost, noise, and then suddenly a train, and we dove into the embankment. Not funny, but very interesting. A train.
You didn't see the tracks?
We did. The tracks were covered. Oh. It was really quiet. Maybe we were kind of yelling or whatever. And it probably was. It was coming around a bend, and then.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't like 1 second we would have been dead, but it was like 5 seconds.
Just proves the old saying: never go cross country skiing.
Yeah.
And always dive away from a train that's coming at you. That's what I say. Now, what's your favorite podcast you've been on so far in the last since the pandemic, John? Because we
My
want to try
favorite
to
one.
top
This
it.
is up there. I was very much
Already?
looking forward to this. Now, I know both of you sort of separately, and here and there, but it was a very exciting thing to be asked to be a part of. So, I mean, it's the jury's still out, but I mean,
I guess it's show business, but yeah, we're thrilled to have you on the show. Thrilled. We did a deep dive. We do our homework.
John's from St. Louis, Dana, where my daughter lives. Isn't that real?
St. Louis, Missouri.
what is she doing in St. Louis?
Well, actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll get to that later.
We all do Woody Allen. Don't mean to be didactic or facetious.
No, you're a wonderful guy.
No,
It's
he's a
just that,
beautiful, intelligent woman.
it's just that the location is sensitive. I fear rock croppings in my older age. Sorry.
She lives where it gets a little more good looking towards Springfield, where Brad Pitt's from.
Okay,
That's a good plan.
fair enough.
I like it.
Oh, here's Brad Pitt from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, let's face it, buddy. This is Leo. Let's face it, buddy. I'm a goddamn husband. What'd that guy say to you? You want me to go to Italy and do Italian movies? Don't cry in front of the Mexicans. Look, I'm your gopher, man. And I kind of like watching your house up in the hills all when you go off and do your things. But where I come from, going to Italy and doing an Italian movie ain't the worst of it. The thing, did you see the movie, John?
I did. Yeah.
I was like, has John seen it?
I was wordlessly enjoying that.
Do you watch your movies and television shows?
Yes. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I seek them out, but if they happen to be on and I'm in the mood, yeah, for sure.
Because John Lovitz on Monday would be down the hall with a VCR watching Saturday Night Live. John knows this, and laughing his ass off at his sketches. I always felt I would look at them, but trepidatiously, like feel like I'd be too critical or too self-conscious. That kind of stuff.
it's funny. I guess having done, we did 90 some odd episodes of Mad Men. So I'll
Applause.
if one happens to be on and I'll click on it, I'll go like, oh God, when was this? Like, what was going on in my life and what was happening? And
sometimes you go, wow. I remember that day it was cold and we came to the set late. Yeah. There was a problem with the lights.
Or sometimes I have no, the show debuted over 15 years ago. I think the debut was 2006, so whatever that is, 16 years ago. Yeah. And it went off the air in 2015, so that's 7 years ago. So it's a very weird. It's like,
well, if I was in a show that good, I think I might look at it. Like Burt Lancaster, I did a movie with him once. He goes, "How are you going to be in television? You've got no chin." So I don't look great in a profile. Like I'm going to be, so. But if you have a movie star head, like
yeah, he does.
Movie star heads are different. There's, I don't know, James Brolin from back in the day.
Brolin's got a big dome.
And it's just a good cranium and then a chin.
I'll tell you, it puts you in your place too, being in the SNL makeup department, because you see all of the heads of all of the people over the years.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
sitting there lined up like little soldiers. And I will say I was probably in the top 1 percentile of head size in that room. I think only Affleck and Brolin had me
really
on head size.
Affleck has a noggin on him. Who told me? George Siegel. I did a show with him, and he said, "I have a movie star head," meaning him. He said, "You don't," meaning me. And he said, "You might have trouble in the movies." And I said, "Well, thanks for that." Is that in?
Same thing. What are these fuckers doing?
Yeah, fuck him. He's so excited about his big fat head, but
we're comedians.
He did. I go, I'm just going check to check here. I don't know what's next. But I have a 2-part question for John. Is
okay.
it? Okay.
I have a 3-part. Can I first just insert?
Sure.
Insert, because we'll get it out of the way. My Don Draper impression.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Don Draper is asked to give someone a ride to the airport. I don't even know you.
That's it? Wait.
That's it.
No, that's not bad, though.
Well, I can't. It's a soft one. I don't even know.
Is that your hook, John? Is that line is your hook? I see it in memes. He's on memes a lot.
Oh.
On Instagram.
Yeah, I've seen some of the memes. I don't know if that's one of them. I know there's one of me like laughing and drinking that it gets used quite a bit, but
that might be a GIF.
Might be a GIF.
Let's not It's a
I don't
blurry
wanna
line.
confuse the issue.
Yeah.
No one in the history of film or television has made smoking a cigarette cooler. Maybe McQueen or Bogart, but
it's pretty rare company, that's for sure.
You really got that.
It makes you cooler
down.
for sure.
I mean,
well, it makes you sicker.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big debate.
That.
Is it worth it to smoke?
Look, the science isn't in.
Table the lung damage. Let's just go with how hip it is to the way you did that.
The science is on its way in, but some early reports say it's bad for you, but I say it looks cool, so it's sort of a coin toss.
I say, do your own research.
Yes.
All right, I have another quick, a 30-second compliment.
Let's get Joe Rogan in on it.
We compliment our guests here, but this is just an observation from me, is that when I watched Daniel Craig doing James Bond, then I met him at the Oscars, name drop.
Go.
And he's still Daniel Craig, but he does this thing that becomes James Bond, and I felt that you did the exact same thing on Mad Men. You have Jon Hamm, and then either your jaw or your shoulders, just like, just an interesting connection for me. I really felt that. So
there is a part of it, that's very, depend. Obviously, when I'm wearing the suit and the thing and the hair slicked back and all that stuff, it's obviously very different.
The way you carry yourself and everything.
There's very much I am playing a character on that. It's not just me wandering through my day.
Daniel Craig is a character actor, and I think you are too.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I hosted the show, we had several Mad Men sketches at read through.
27.
Yeah, I'm sure they load them up.
Hey, because you're going to get one at least, so you might as well throw everything.
Well, one made it on the air.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was funny because I had spent the time up to then doing other sketches and reading, various funny parts and this and that's. And as soon as it got to the Don Draper, I sort of dropped into the Don Draper voice and everybody kind of went,
oh.
It's a character.
Every girl slid off her chair.
That's what that sounds. That's what that sounds like.
And the cadence, the rhythm. I mean, you're married with the writing.
Very much that stuff
very,
too.
Very cool. David, did you have something before I interrupted your 20-minute question?
Thank you, Dana.
I'll get back to you, John.
I have too many. One was I was at the Mirage this weekend. Oh, I appear there sometimes.
Whoops.
But I was first I saw on TV, I watched Mr. and Mrs. Jones.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, yes.
Yep. Is that what the final title was? Yep.
Yeah, they went with that.
And then and he's a stud in that. And I go, you work with Zach and Gal. Is that how you say your name? Gal.
Gal.
Yeah. Yep.
Gal Gadot.
Great.
Or Gadot.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, she's beautiful. And then
it's arresting.
Thanks.
I mean, I'd be sick. So
You're welcome.
you did a good job in that because it was so funny. I was about to see you, and I was about to come dink around and look at your stuff when I got home, and I go, ooh, I get to watch this. And what a fun sort of different movie to be in. And then I was with Ray Romano. We do shows together and we golf sometimes and then talk about a quick impression. I think, Dana, he does a Ray Romano.
Everybody kind of does a Ray Romano, right?
But I never heard
It's
one
like
really. And I fucking work with them.
Well, there was a joke that we had going on. I forget who started it. But it was always like that you could do Brad Garrett and Ray Romano very like having a conversation. Right, Ray's back here. Oh, come on. And then Brad Garrett is Raymond. So it's just back and forth. Come on, Raymond. Come on.
It's mice and men. Yeah, it's really Lenny and Squiggy. It's different versions.
That's it. See, I love micro impressions where it's just the essence. You don't need to say anything more.
I love Ray. He's. I mean, everybody loves him. It's been established at this point.
They named a show after that concept.
But he's awesome.
Super sweet. Here's my Barney Fife. Ange? So that's only one word.
That's all you need.
Barney Fife.
Whoa, Andy.
Yo, Ange.
Here's my Christopher Walken sees a magic trick. Quick. Wow. That's it. We're done. Boom.
Hey,
boom.
Dana, did I tell you, and John, you can listen, when when Aykroyd said we should do Mayberry, me and him, that was back after Coneheads. He goes, maybe we should do Mayberry RFD. I play Andy Griffith. You play
You got to save the money. You got to save the money.
And then
he was always very business.
We went off about aliens. But yeah, I love Danny Aykroyd, and that we should have done it.
Well, let's think for a second of a John
Make it happen
Hamm,
on the podcast.
David Spade.
That is too late, I guess.
Can we put you
me and
two
John, yeah.
in a series live streaming? We call Ted at Netflix.
Ooh.
You're already on FX, Hulu. You're everywhere. But by the way, non sequitur, I love the Apple commercial.
Oh, thanks.
What was
that's
it?
right.
What about Jon Hamm? Or what happened?
Yeah, everybody but Jon Hamm.
I mean, that is so.
That was the name
kinda
of
came
the
together.
commercial. Was that the name of the commercial?
Yeah, that was the name of the
I
campaign.
love it because they say it on the top in quotes when you get your like call sheet. Everybody but Jon Hamm. The hammer. The fucking.
That's just like a great commercial.
Yeah,
I mean,
you did a
whoever
good job.
Wrote that, and just the way you played it is
It
hysterical.
was funny too. Like my friend, a guy who I've known, who's a buddy of mine. You guys may or may not have met my very tall friend named Tall John, who is a comedy writer. He used to write for Sarah Silverman's
he works
show
with Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've met him at Largo or something. And he's hard to miss. He's 6'10", but he used to write promos for the WB back in the day. He and Drew Goddard and this guy Wayne McClammy, who was directing it, he used to direct the promos.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like we used to all go out and get beers and stuff and hang out in the late 90s in LA when we had no money, and we would go to Largo or we would go see comedy or what have you. And now it was very strange to like see that dude on a set of a commercial that I was sort of nominally the star of, which was pretty cool.
Well, the tall guy, he would be at Sarah Silverman's roof party. He would actually stand on the sidewalk
Yes.
and we'd be on the roof. But you would go to Largo. Would you go to Largo a lot? Because I know you like comedy and you'd go see stuff,
I did,
right?
yeah. That was my entree into sort of cheap entertainment because
Great theater.
LA even back then was expensive.
Sure.
And I did not have much money, and so for whatever $2 $5 drinks or whatever it was, and I didn't have to wait in line because I usually knew somebody, and I got to know Flanny and the gang.
Flanny.
Nicest club owner.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a great.
But it was a pretty hot moment in time, the late 90s, and
Yeah.
it was everyone from Zach was just starting up. He had that weird show on VH1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Odd Fit, and then guys like Bob Odenkirk and Sarah and Tenacious D and
Shit.
Paul F. and Doug Benson, just all those guys
Yeah.
now that are sort of the eminence grease of LA comedy is that's when they were all going. It was $5. It was like
It's great. It's still. I don't think it's that expensive. Largo is still a great place to go run stuff or go just jump on somebody's
Yeah.
show or.
I think the last time I saw you was at Largo
yeah?
with Sarah. I think so. There's a photo of you, me and Sarah.
Did we take a picture?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Post it.
I
Tag
bombed
me.
at Largo a lot.
I tagged the shit out of you in that picture, I think.
Anyway, can we for a second talk about like just right before Mad Men
Yes.
and SNL, because that's really interesting because people or
Explosion.
our listeners may not know this. So you literally you came to LA, you were still not working, making a living as an actor till 29 or 30. So you had years of waitering. I mean, I was just How long that go on? Because
well, when I got to LA, I moved out to LA in '95. So and I didn't stop waiting tables until I was 29. So I had about 4 years of kind of roaming the desert, so to speak. And weirdly enough, I got a text from a number that I didn't recognize about a month ago, saying, "Hey, is this Jon Hamm that used to work at this restaurant that I
Belmont?
used to work at down in Venice?" And I said, "Okay, I haven't. Yes, this is, but that's a very weird way to refer to me. But okay, yes,
Yeah.
And it used to be owned by Dudley Moore and Tony Bill. It was called 72 Market Street. It's not there anymore. But it was like a really cool Venice restaurant.
Yeah.
Sean Penn and Angelica Houston and Robert Graham and all the cool West Side folks would hang out there. And I was a waiter there, and so. That was the first time I ever saw paparazzi. Richard Gere came in with someone who wasn't Cindy Crawford. He had just broken up with Cindy Crawford, and it was like,
it just
oh,
went
it's
crazy.
a big deal.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were having a reunion of this thing, so they're trying to get everybody that used to work there. And fun fact: the guy I worked with at that restaurant left the job to go to Juilliard, and I didn't see him again until the pilot of Mad Men, where he played the young tobacco executive, like the younger
how weird.
Protege
version.
Oh,
So
wow. Did you wait on famous people like that you admired and stuff? Did you wait on famous?
the only time I really waited on anybody famous was Don Henley once.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't have been nicer.
Love Don Henley. There was a run there when
Mitch Glazer, who you probably know,
Yeah.
Dana, or maybe you do
Kelly
too,
Lynch
David.
is,
and Kelly, they're neighbors now, and I used to go and run catering at their house. Which was
Mitch
very
was an
weird.
old husband.
Wow.
I heard you worked on porn sets as a fluffer. Did I read that right? What is it? What does that do? What does that mean?
That was
I
my
didn't-
first question.
There were no genitals touched. I was in the art department, believe it or not.
There's an art department.
Whatever
Art
that
department for
means.
porn.
Yeah, I mean, it was soft core porn. It was like, Skinemax.
Was it
kind of
Emmanuel?
late night, whatnot. We shot in these dismal, dingy places down in LA, downtown.
I love it.
These stages.
Was it like really like Skinemax? Like they'd be kind of
it was
naked, but they
it
weren't
was like
real.
some dude in a sock and a lady
Yeah.
with patches on her whatevers, and it was go time. And then then they'd have like these ridiculous scenes of like, what do you mean you're lost? I'll give you a ride.
I've got a
It's like
divining
all of
rod,
that.
I was just walking by and
and I happen to have a boner.
But right here, I got an extra one. You want to borrow one?
Oh shit! What?
Yeah, no, I got the job from a girl I went to college with who was like, she was like, I can't do this anymore. It's like soul crushing. And I was like, I'll do it.
soul crushing.
I'll do anything.
How about entertaining?
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon and I did a bit on SNL where we sat in chairs like we were porn stars and we were bare. You didn't have like we were naked. You can't see, and we had people attending to our crotch. It was like, yeah, powder it up nice, yeah, trim it down, yeah, make it nice for the people, yeah, put a little fence around it. I mean, we went nuts.
I remember that one.
You remember
Put
that?
a little fence around it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
John knows SNL. John is. I watched the monologue this morning where you were an ad guy. Of course, you knew you're going to have to do an ad one.
Yes.
I thought it was funny. And Bill Hader, you kept saying, "No, ma'am," and then he goes, "I'm not a ma'am." And then you go over here and do something. Then you come back to him, and then Andy Samberg trips you up. But I thought that was funny that you can actually think of them on your own.
No, that was funny.
I've done it. I've hosted 3 times as well,
Me too.
John. So we should talk to Lauren. If you want to have a 3-timer club, we could do it.
It's fine. It didn't need as much.
Everyone's got a Lauren. Go ahead.
John, which one of the 18 Mad Men sketches were you sort of gravitating towards?
John, you can pick 1, maybe 2. 3 is too much.
3. I just feel like maybe one after Update, one maybe a commercial parody.
Yeah, the 3-timer, not as much play, the 3-timers.
3-timers
Yeah.
don't get anything. One thing I'm curious about as we go into your SNL experience is like, so Mad Men comes out, it's only on like a year
Kaboom.
or a year and a half. I mean, so you get that, you're starting to feel you're riding this rocket, your whole life's changing. And then you get the call. You weren't even on Mad Men that long. That's my curiosity. Before Lauren, who loved it immediately, told me about it. You're on now. You're going to host SNL. It just seemed like a rocket ship.
Yeah, I in
what was
fact,
that like?
I remember when my agent said they want you to host SNL. It was in New York City. It was at a like a back when they had magazine things. There's a
Stand.
magazine cover that I was on, a party for it, and my girlfriend at the time and I were about to leave the country to go to this trip we had planned. I had been working all year. We were like, we have to book this trip and it'll be great. And it was the week that they wanted me to host SNL, so I had to say no. And I
You
thought,
said
like,
no to the SNL?
yeah.
go on
And I was
vacation?
like, well,
Ballsy.
that'll be the end of that. I guess
They'll
I'll
never
never
ask
get
me
asked,
back?
but at least I was asked, blah, blah, blah. And immediately it came back. Well, how about the following week? And okay, that sounds great. Like, sure. And not having any idea of what it entailed at all,
Sure.
other than knowing the show and knowing, kind of some of the people at that point. I knew I had met Amy and I had met,
was that Circa?
Kristen and that crowd.
Great
Maya.
one.
So there were a couple people that I knew that had been there for some time, but it was a real eye opener to the first time, to say the least. And that was also happened to be the episode that Amy Poehler was wildly pregnant and then had her baby Saturday afternoon. So we had to completely
Oh, wow.
retool the lineup.
And is it true that she found out during rehearsal that her doctor had died and then
Yes.
you calmed her down? I'm sure you've told that story. But what
Well,
did you say?
wait,
and
I
then she
haven't heard
laughed
it.
her ass off. Go ahead, tell that story.
I was sitting next to her. We were shooting a thing with Jimmy Signorelli. The late, not even it was late, but the late great, so to speak,
filmmaker
guy who did all the pre-tapes.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, we're in some weird office space in Midtown. And Amy is, 9 months pregnant. And I'm sitting there and it's a Don Draper. Here's how to pick up ladies. Like rule 1, be Don Draper. Like, okay. And so it was really funny. Like
stop.
Fred Armisen is playing the guy who's like, hey, maybe you want to go on a date. And they're like, get lost, weirdo. And then I'm like, hey, how about it? And Polar's line is, let's get me out of this skirt.
I wanted to have that career. Can I go back in time?
I want that.
So it was really funny, but we're sitting there in the makeup chairs. They have the kind of temporary thing with the lights and the mirrors set up. And I don't know really anybody, especially the makeup artists or the hair people or anybody. I'm just, okay. And kind of going along. And then Polar gets a call and... hello. Yeah, I can't. What? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. And then immediately starts to like get emotional and sob and stands up and walks kind of behind a thing. And I'm hearing like sobbing, like, and I'm like looking at the hair, the makeup person is like frozen. I'm like, what do we do? And what do we do? Like, do we go home? Like, show off? What's happening?
Do we recast?
So it's like, this all takes place in about 35 seconds. And she comes back from around the little fake wall and has clearly been like crying. And everyone's like, Amy, oh my God, what's happening? She's like, you won't believe this. I just found out my OBGYN who's been with me through this is her first child, has been with me for this whole trip. He just died.
God damn.
Like, no way did this happen. And I was like, oh my God, Amy, that's terrible. But this is like a really big thing for me. So can you pull your shit together like now? And she immediately was like, bah! Like laughed, like cracked up. So I was like, thank God. That could have gone two ways.
That landed nicely.
My question for you about Jim Signorelli is, if you're shooting something on a Saturday or was this during the week?
It was during the week.
Okay, good. Because that story
like
started to not check out. Yeah, okay. Because I think people at home don't realize when you do SNL, and if you're a host, you for sure probably don't get, like the first night is kind of easy. You meet Lorne, you go to a Monday meeting and everyone kisses your ass and you're like, this is Jon Hamm. And then everyone politely applauds and they go, next week, Sharon Stone. Everyone goes, yay. And then you immediately feel like an asshole.
Like the inside joke every week.
Inside joke we do every week. But then you kind of go to dinner at Orso or I don't know what you do, or you just leave. And then you go, this isn't too hard. And then Tuesday you come in and it's writing
Wednesday
day.
Is where it's, Wednesday is the crazy day.
Yeah, Tuesday's
Orso
day.
Dinner night, and the host comes back after.
Dinner.
Yeah, and then writes and hangs out. And I think that's when, even when I went back to host twice, not three, which they're really not giving parties for the two-timers for sure. So I go and they go, and even knowing the drill, I'm at Orso nervous going, I think I got to get back there. Like, I want to get back there and just go over everything because I'm fucking starting to freak out that I'm not. Because even Tuesday day, no one does anything. And then no one's getting written. You're like, guys, we have all this time we're wasting. But every week, the same thing.
Pizza, just hanging out, wasting time.
Time.
The entire system is based on procrastination coming from ADD. You can't really focus until there's a hard line. We got to go now.
Yeah.
That's so when you walk in there, were you more, okay, you did it 3 times. What was your nerve rate coming into that office on Monday, sitting there with all these sketch players? Where were you? Were you at a 10? Were you sort of naive, like maybe this will be fun, or what were you?
Maybe it'll be fun.
Maybe fun adventure.
It's true. You go, maybe this will be fun and easy, and then you quickly turns. You go, God damn.
Well, David's right though. Like, there's nothing on Monday that is really, if you haven't done it before, that suggests this is going to be terrifying.
So they start you out
it's a bit
slow.
backloaded.
Everybody's like calm and relaxed, and they're pitching ideas that'll never make it. The first time I came in and we had the meeting on Monday, the writers all came in dressed in 60s gear.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Everyone from Paul Appel to John Mulaney to Colin, everybody was like,
Just
Hader
as a
was in
salute
drag.
to Mad Men?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Hader was
I've
in
never
drag.
heard him do that.
Lutz was dressed up like Joan. Like it was
Hysterical.
amazing. Like they all just
Yeah, it's
raided the costume department and came in like that.
So they're in awe of you at this point, which is nice.
I was like,
and
okay.
Well, they would love to be able to. Comedians want to be able to do what you do. You do comedy and that, but yeah, we kind of respect.
So, but
actors.
it was weird. It was, there's nothing to suggest like, oh, this is going to be terrifying until Wednesday when you have a packet of, 25
50?
sketches that you have to read at that table and try to get laughs. And you've seen them for exactly, maybe an hour or two to kind of go through
But you
them.
can't. I'm sure you don't even get to all of them. There's no way.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
just-
There's no way. I mean, it's a phone book sized thing.
And
of
writers
sketches.
come in just to tell the
Hey,
crowd.
can you do a thing? Can you
Yeah.
do a thing where you do a voice and it sounds kind of like okay, you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is this? I'm sorry. What?
Right. And then you're kind of Russian in this one, but not Ukrainian. Just play that a little bit. And then you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly.
You don't
And
have
you're
to
like-
sound exactly like an elephant, but just do whatever you can to feel like right.
And
Go.
your head's spinning going, and then Lauren's
And it's
like,
every 5-6 seconds for about an hour until you go in that packed room with a low ceiling, and everyone waits for Lauren. And then he comes in and regally starts the read through, and it's like 4 hours of cold reading, essentially.
Cold reading.
Yeah.
solid BO, like off the charts. Everyone in there is sweating and grossed out, and there's no ventilation. Someone goes, crack. Lauren will go, crack the window. And then someone reaches back. I got it, Lauren. That would be me usually. I got it.
Fade in.
Get it, Lauren.
David is a waiter in an Italian restaurant. David goes to the table. David puts down the water.
Dana, I wrote this stupid one for Farley when we had no ideas. I wrote Goo Goo in the honey pot, and where he was so stupid, but it was like an 8-foot honey pot, and then he gets in there and he's stuck in honey in a diaper, and he keeps crawling out, and he's covered in honey. And they go, Goo Goo, were you in the honey pot? He goes, no. I go, I saw you in this area, but he's
Perfect
covered
for Farley.
Yeah, and he goes, David, you think we can do it? I go, it's just stupid enough. It might work. So I hand it in, knowing I'm light that week, and then Lauren gets through, and he goes, Goo Goo in the honey pot. And then he turns the whole sketch over and goes, Wayne's World cold opening. I go, oh, he skipped it.
I never heard him skipping it.
Unheard of.
He didn't skip when I did Funny Little Poopy Head, and I had
He should have.
I did Funny Little Poopy Head with Jan Hook. She was Mrs. Funny Little Poopy Head, and I had massive stage direction where Lauren had to say Funny Little Poopy Head over and over again. And with his voice, Funny Little Poopy Head is sad. Funny Little Poopy Head sits down. It's like that thing that Funny Little Poopy Head, and he bailed on your sketch because that sounded
Bailed.
funny to me. With
And
Farley,
he never mentioned it. I know Farley would have crushed it.
Farley would have killed.
I think Sandler later wrote one. It's like not even writing. That one isn't even really writing either, but I think he put one where it's a film piece like for Signorelli where he's in a pool and he just puts all this suntan oil on, and then he just tries to get on the raft for about 4 minutes.
can't get on the
And he can't get on the
That's
raft.
good.
And he's going,
That's good.
oh, God, which,
flipping out.
we've gone to that well before, but it seemed to work.
never not funny with Farley.
Yeah, and then I think that one even got like at least read. Laura, and then it's the sketch is like one paragraph, and then Farley struggles and screams for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Farley
then
falls down.
Oh yeah, Dennis used to go, "Hey Farley, you got Farley falls down. Anything else in the tank? Anything else for us?
Dennis
Any
would
other
just
moves?"
Get rid of, he'd just lay waste all the junior varsity. Sandler, they're not buying the kooky guy, okay? Spade, wait till Carvey leaves, because David would sit behind me, and Lauren would go,
horrible,
David's
John.
ready at any time when you're not. But back to our guest, something that I love, I love this.
Yes.
I love Bill Hader. And love his Vincent Price. And then you came in and did James Mason. And you must have loved that because you did it great. And every line killed with James Mason.
First of all, that sketch is talk about so weird and specific. Like,
and it crushed. Like a sketch should not kill that hard when it's that
especially a sketch about a relatively obscure 50s, 60s.
totally. Very obscure to the young audience.
Guy.
Tell me, Dana, I
because
didn't see
clearly
it.
nobody nobody knows who Vincent Price is in the
Clearly.
audience.
It's just a funny character. He's got a fake bird, and it's all black and white. And he's like, I don't even know if he's really trying to do a really accurate, but it's just a funny, hello, I'm Vincent Price.
Yeah, it's just kind of just off-putting. And then Fred Armisen as Liberace is...
it's just, and Fred could all do all that all day, very musical. And then it's like a TV show, and it's going badly, and he's getting frustrated. So,
The whole trope of like, bringing in special guests. I mean, now we have our special guest.
Yes, isn't this a great show?
Gloria Swanson. Again, like no one has any sense of who that is, except that she's a weirdo.
It's got a lot of views. I think people those get passed around.
I had to, we did that for Dress, and it was Dean Martin at Dress, and
really.
So, and it kind of fell flat. I guess my Dean Martin wasn't very good. Also, Lauren was like, well, here's the problem. It's a drunk playing a drunk, and it's a hat on a hat.
Hat on a hat.
Hat on a hat. That's very Lauren.
That's a big one.
What else can you do?
Right then?
What?
Really? At like 10:30 on Saturday night,
Wow.
the show's on in 45 minutes. Yeah.
Come up with another obscure impression that will make sense.
Weird, and you can and get a 10 out of 10 on it and nearly nail it.
And so Hader comes in my dressing room and he's like, hey man, I don't know. I said, this is going to sound weird. I said, I can kind of do a James Mason. He goes, no way, do it. And I was like,
perfect.
Well, Joe, I don't know. And
That's it.
And he goes, perfect. That's it. That's done. And I think he and Mulaney had written the sketch together. So I can't remember who wrote it with him, but then we did that, like, and again, that was at like, 10:45. So, we're all up in Lauren's office. Like, so, John's going to do, is it James Mason? Okay. That's going to change from Dean Martin to James. So get out on the cards. None of the lines changed. It was
very
the lines
casual.
changed. He's always that he was an alcoholic, right? He was drunk and lascivious. It was just funny, sexually inappropriate. Yeah, it was just hysterical.
Yeah.
But that's impressive.
The reason I could do that is because me and Paul Rudd, growing up, we loved the movie Heaven Can Wait. And
I saw it.
James
3 months
Mason
ago.
plays the
Yes.
angel who kind of shepherds Warren Beatty's, journey, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But his line is, "You're dead, Joe." And so that's what we would always say to each other randomly. How you doing,
Charles
man?
Grodin and
"You're
Diane
dead,
Cannon.
Joe." Diane Cannon.
The whole
Charles
freaking
Grodin
the
behind the
movie is
curtain.
perfect.
Fucking great movie.
Jack Warden.
Jack Warden. Oh yeah. Hey Max. So that
Jack
was that
Warden
your
has one of the best lines in all of cinema, I think, in a little movie called Shampoo.
Oh, wait a
where
minute.
he
I
is-
saw it a month ago with my wife because we see it every year.
The movie's
and
so
the
good.
line is,
The line is, "Now that's what I call fucking."
so he catches Warren Beatty.
He doesn't realize it's Warren Beatty fucking his own girlfriend,
his own
but he's
girlfriend,
like very
Julie
impressed with
Christie,
the
but
skill
he sees him
involved.
through a doorway, and he goes, "That's right." Geez, you're a Warren Beatty, 70s Warren Beatty. Shampoo, Heaven Can Wait,
God,
the Parallax
man.
View.
I mean, there's nothing better.
The parallax view. Wow.
I've gotten to hang out with him on quite a few occasions. He's a great guy. The stories are, you cannot have a dinner that's less than 3 hours with him.
I hung out with him once. Yeah, he's very bright.
Let's see if I can find it. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
Shit.
wow. So what year was that? Were you?
That was probably 2016.
He just showed a picture, everybody.
Did he reach out to you, or how do you guys have dinner, or did it mutual?
He was a fan of the show.
He would have loved that show because
were you
that's
getting cold calls?
Kind of, yeah. Sometimes.
stars, yeah.
And then he and Annette had some friends that, like, one of them was a guy named Bill Pope, who was the director of photography for Baby Driver. So I think that was probably around
Baby
2016.
Driver, let's not forget.
Baby Driver. I think that makes sense because he was probably 30 or something when 1960 hit, and that the end of that era of slapping him on the bottom and all that pre-feminism.
Yeah.
And then
His first movie was like Barefoot in the Park, maybe, or was that Robert Redford? I can't remember.
that was
but-
Redford. It was
Redford.
58.
But didn't he do the play?
He might have. Yeah, he might have. Yeah.
He did
Connection
wearing
with
shoes in the
Maybe.
park.
Huge
Now-
Redford fan. I tried to convince my sons who are with me up here in
Oh, he's a
California
fucking
to
stud.
watch 3 Days of the Condor with me.
Oh,
We watched
so
Butch
good.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and they loved it.
yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't
yeah.
get
It
much
doesn't
better
get.
than that.
Oh,
How
yeah.
about the Sting?
The Sting. I was about to say.
Sting.
Shit.
All the President's Men.
All the President's Men.
Don't
yeah.
get me started. The Horse Whisperer, whatever. He's amazing. But
The Electric Horseman, I think you mean.
the
Is that
Horse
with
Whisperer.
Jane Fonda?
Oh, he had the Electric Horseman, and then the
Yeah.
Horse Whisperer later
With
in
Clint Eastwood.
'98. Yeah.
John, do you have any parts that they came to you and you had to pass up on that you didn't do that you would like to?
I couldn't. I was
Other
meant to-
than me and Grown Ups, other than my part in Grown Ups? I'm glad you said no.
I've had pretty good luck, honestly, of the things that I've turned down or not been able to do have not come back to kind of haunt me or anything like that. I was sort of loosely attached to Gone Girl at one point. There was meant to be a situation, and then it was because Mad Men was shooting. It was like, oh, okay, I can't do it. Like that's the way that goes. But I really liked that book and like the guys from St. Louis and
They
all
did a
that
good
stuff.
job with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben did a great job. Ben's
Yeah.
phenomenal. I love
Ben's
Ben.
great.
Those, but I haven't had very many of those. Those are like few and far between, which is nice. Like I don't have a lot
Yeah,
of like,
you've
if
done
only,
fine.
but yeah, like you said, Grown Ups. That was a
When
big
you
one.
said no to Grown Ups, no, but now when you get involved with something like Curb Your Enthusiasm, is that something because you know Larry or he just likes you and says, hey, do you want to come on, beep, bop, boop, pop by?
I had done a weird little movie with Larry that was for HBO, I think, called Clear History, where he invents a car. It's a very convoluted setup, like most of his setups.
Yeah.
And he invents this car, and it goes sideways, and he forgets about a lot of the. And I play the guy
Naturally.
that owns the car company, like Elon
Yeah.
Musk or whatever. And we had a really good time. We shot it in Boston with Greg Mottola, and had a great time doing it, and made each other laugh so much. We had so many great people in that film too. We had Michael Keaton, we had Hader, Jimmy Tingle. I mean, like all these Boston
Jimmy
comics.
Tingle, wow.
Shit, what a great name. Yeah, stand up. Yeah.
Yeah, we had all these like Boston comics that were
Yeah.
bopping around, coming in and out, and it was really fun and funny, and we got to know each other a little bit and played a little golf in Boston, and ever since then he's kind of kept me in mind for stuff, and I've been able to do the show a couple times. It was always really fun.
Yeah, that's
he's
cool.
kind of a genius, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
where he has some
Yeah,
some frequency of all his own.
You know, I've been watching a lot of old Seinfelds too, like which hold up so remarkably well.
Yeah.
Like other than kind of the fashion,
Yeah.
which stands out a bit, but the jokes and the stories, and you can so clearly hear Larry's voice in George Costanza. Not only that, but just in the stories, like the setups and the particular kind of annoyances of, the one that was on last night was the parking garage, where they just get stuck in the parking garage for the entirety of the episode.
Yeah. It's those little observations, little stand-up observations, but extenuated and just shot well, or there's a liveliness to him. I mean, Larry, when I was watching your episode last night, the two Larry David, it feels like he's not breaking, but he's enjoying it so much. He's kind of smiling a lot in a lot of his lines, even when
Jerry
he
had
yells.
that too on Seinfeld. You could see
Jerry
it. Like,
absolutely
yeah.
had it, and Adam in his early films had it a little bit. It brings a lot of charm to
it does, because
idea.
like it's
It's
like
very
I'm
subtle.
enjoying this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
think-
you are too.
It's
We
just
know it's
silly.
funny. It's funny. John, did you have this experience? So I did a Curb where I guess this is how they do it. They have a loose script,
Yeah.
this was the fun for me because I don't improv a lot. I mean, in these movies we do a couple things, but a whole scene where they go, okay, you're leaving a Lakers game, you run into Larry, and they go, you are going to defend yourself with whatever he's going to say to you. And then they go over to him and they talk to him, and I go, what's he going to do? They go, you'll find out. So that's all we got. And then we meet with a crowd, and then we both have a friend with us, and then he starts going after me about something, and I start defending myself. And then we cut, and then we go back, and they go, now brag about what you're doing. And then they go, and then he's going to do something else. And it was so fun because you got to be on your fucking toes. And he's great. And everyone in the scene is always good because they're going to hire everyone good. Is it
Yeah.
like that kind of?
that's pretty much it. I mean, the last one I did was with Albert Brooks and Laura Keitlinger and, JB and, so many, everybody at that point kind of knows what they're doing on that set. And you just kind of, it's not unlike SNL. You just want to try to stay out of the way and understand that the process is going to be the process and it's going to work and you can contribute where you can. And that was my, I was able to do that and pitch ideas and say like, what if I'm, this or what if I'm that? And
so what kind of ideas would you pitch? And were they?
I had that. My idea for this last one was that my character, I'm about the least Jewish person in the universe. Like I'm a Roman Catholic from St. Louis, Missouri,
Lutheran.
But I said like, what if I'm just like, understand, like I'm trying to like pepper my conversation with like Jewish phrases and words and but I get them wrong or I'm almost right with them and they thought that was a pretty funny idea.
And they don't it rubs them wrong a little bit.
And kind of like, that's not what you want to say. Like,
yeah.
But delivered with like the ultimate confidence, like most, that thing in LA of people that 100% wrong, but saying it out loud and proud.
That's my life. That's my whole life.
I know. It's amazing. People with no information have, yeah, fake until you make it.
What's the one thing other than Mad Men? What are the couple things that people stop you and they know you from? What's the easiest stuff? Oh, the fucking Town guy.
It's a great movie.
I love the Town.
Airports. I get that in Boston and I get that in airports. The TSA love the Town.
Yeah.
The TSA loves it. Yeah, I see the Town, and that's one when it comes on, unless one of my movies is on. If it comes on, I watch the whole thing, unless Benchwarmers is on. And so the Town is such a badass movie, and I love it's all Boston. It's all fucking weird. Not weird, it's just cool.
It was a really fun one to make, too. Like, we were all kind of, everybody was... Renner was just coming off of Hurt Locker and Rebecca Hall I think she was in Iron Man or something. Like everybody was kind of coming off their own thing. And it was Ben's second directorial effort and his first one was so good, Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of fun and exciting and Warner Brothers like left us alone to make this thing. And it was great how it was like kind of this weird perfect storm. The other guys in the crew with Ben and Jeremy were these kind of local guys that were just kind of scary enough to be believably, kind of low-level criminals. And
yeah, sure.
It was fun. It was just fun. We got really, really lucky. We got to shoot in Boston in the fall and it didn't snow or rain or any of that stuff. We got to bang around Fenway Park,
Yeah, it seemed like you had run of the Town.
How has Ben as a director, like how did he? I
mean, he's great, and like I felt for him. Obviously, it's like that's the hardest job on the set, especially when you're also the lead of the film.
Impossible.
And he's also in Boston. Like everywhere he goes, he is remarkable, and he's a big dude. Like he's probably 6'4", 6'5". Like he's a tall guy. He's not hiding in plain sight.
Right.
So everywhere you go, Ben, hey, he's Jesus,
Hey, guy, what's going on, guy?
Hey, it's fucking Ben Affleck. Get over here. Give me your fucking hug.
Too good for us,
and
guy?
that's his mother, ladies and gentlemen. I got to tell you.
Thank you. Yeah.
God damn it, Town.
But yeah, so he had a lot on his plate, but he pulled it off and he did the smart thing, which I think the lesson to be learned from that is like he hired amazing department heads. Like our director of photography was this guy, Robert Elswit, who shot important. There Will Be Blood, among other things, and won his fair share of hardware. And he had really, really talented camera operators and art department people and stunt guys and second unit. And it was. But
you guys seem to like really block off chunks of the city and get to drive all over and do everything. It's fun on a movie. You're like you run the whole town. It's great.
Yeah, especially that guy in that town. That's for sure.
Do a movie with me in Scottsdale. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, in August.
You'll see what's up. Yeah.
We shoot in the afternoons. You'll enjoy it.
We shoot at dusk for 1 hour.
It's called sunburn/windburn.
I always watch movies to see how many nights they shoot, to see how much complaining I would be doing. I'm like, look at all these fucking nights, man. Why do you even say anything?
What if it's vampires?
I could never.
But they're
in the daytime. Yeah,
the daytime.
They don't drink blood.
Ruins the whole movie. I don't care. I'm like, it's easier to shoot.
Do you have a wish list of like, if you got a script across your desk, like, would you like to do something way comedic or like I've been told by a prosthetic makeup artist that everyone wants rubber on their face ever since Churchill with who won the Oscar. Sorry, one of my favorites.
Gary Oldman. Yeah.
So now everyone wants some prosthetics because that's how
Sure.
you get at least a nomination. Like for you to hide Jon Hamm, you know what I mean, would be kind of interesting.
I hate sitting in the makeup chair. Like,
Damn.
I cannot
let's
stand
get rid
it.
of-
And
There goes your Oscar.
yeah, there goes my Oscar. But
How about a bald
let's be
cap?
honest, it wasn't happening anyway.
Did you wear a bald cap on SNL? We're jumping around.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
for sure.
Oh, it
yeah,
sucks.
they're popping wigs
and
on
then
and
they put
off you
wigs
like
on you
crazy.
on top of it. So the one of your own hair is always like a little wrong.
And you're exactly.
You're
it
like,
just
this is me and my own hair in the monologue, and you still got a bald cap on. Everyone's like, his hair looks like
me.
shit. Yeah.
But at least I'm now sweating from my dome of my head all the way
my
down
head
my
is
back.
wet. Ugh. Yeah.
No, the fun thing for me would have been to be a part of the Star Wars stuff, but I think that ship has sailed because I was such a huge Star Wars fan back when I was little. And I remember being like in third grade or something and Star Wars coming out and it, it starts with the big crawl, right? And it says episode 4. And you were like, episode 4? Like, what are you talking about?
What did I miss? Yeah.
What did I miss? Like there were 3 episodes that just didn't exist.
It's so
before this.
weird they started like that.
And yeah, A New Hope, episode 4. And so then like the rumor mill started among the third graders of like, well, there's 9 of these. There's meant to be 9 of them. They read it in like Fangoria magazine or something, and like you thought, wow, 9 more Star Wars. That's going to be amazing. And they're not meant to be completed until 2019, which back then was 40 years later. You're like, what? I got to wait 40 years for these? Like, no way.
They go, and 2 are going to be good. So you don't know which 2.
Yeah,
Did you literally at your age, you might have had Star Wars little figures?
Oh, I had figurines. I had a poster. I had
Okay,
sheets. I had the whole deal.
yeah.
It was a big part of my life. So I had the little Darth Vader shaped case that you kept your little guys in.
Hot.
Yeah. So anyway, but
It's
yeah,
not-
I didn't. I never got the call for that one. But
Well,
I don't know. It's
never
I
too
did.
late.
We shot the Fletch, which we were rebooting.
Oh, you
You
did?
did
I knew you
do
were-
Fletch.
Whoa!
So-
Hold the phone.
Oh, I love it.
That was pretty exciting.
We were going to
Got
ask you about
got
Fletch.
to do that. That was in Boston again. The third book in the series takes place in Boston, and
Hey,
we got to
Fletch
do that.
guy.
How did you? I mean, obviously you've been asked this question, but like, how did you evolve it to match, Jon Hamm? Did you?
Well, part of it was, obviously, I looked at it kind of like, and Greg Matola, who I worked with on this, we both kind of were like, it's kind of like a cover song, right? It's a cover version of a song. We already have Hey Jude.
Yeah.
So why would you do it just like Hey Jude? Like maybe mix it up a little bit. And so we were very cognizant
Hey,
of
Fletch.
not doing Chevy.
Yeah.
And not doing, teeth and wigs and this's and that's. And we wanted to still make it funny, but we wanted to keep it more in line with the tone of the novel, which is almost more of like a whodunit, and he's still a wise ass and he still gets himself into trouble and has to talk his way out. And it's still funny and there's
Seems
still jokes,
really,
but
really fun to play.
it was super funny. And it was John Slattery's in it with me. And I got,
your
Harden
bandmate,
and-
former bandmate. You guys have a lot of chemistry.
We got the band back together in some way. So we had a great time. It was a blast. That was another character in my youth where we all, like
huge,
many,
huge movie, and Chevy was great.
enjoyed
in it,
that pretty
Did you do
significantly.
characters in it where you're undercover, like with a mustache or something? Did you do any of that, or
we didn't. We kind of shied away from that. We thought that was a real good way to get
in trouble.
in trouble with whoever. The
comedy
probably
police.
sued by Chevy.
It's fun to be the guy talking your way out of something. In other words, lying basically as an
Lying,
actor,
yeah,
right? It's
of
really
course.
fun. Like I was
That's
on here,
hard
I
to
didn't
do in
park.
real
That's
life.
not my car. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Oh
No,
no,
no.
I just came by to say hello, and if you
We
give me a sec.
we had another part that was really fun for me because I don't really get a chance to do this a lot was like developing the script and then having like Zooms like this, but with comedy writers and having everybody pitching.
Oh, wow.
ideas and thoughts. And we had
Right.
we had like Murderers Row. We had Paul Appel. We had Bill Hader. We had so many great Robert Carlock. We had so many great minds that
That's
were kind
crazy.
of throwing out
What
ideas.
a gift.
And one of the best ones was, and I won't ruin it, but it's
wanna hear it.
basically the end of the movie that Bill Hader came up with. I was like, he's like, I've never seen this, but what if you do this? And he explained it to me. I was like, that's a great idea. And we immediately stole it and put it in the movie.
And what was it?
He
not
can't
telling
tell
you.
you.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can't
watch
tell
it.
us? Well, let's guess. Okay, I'll be Bill Hader. All right, what if like, all right, at the end of the movie, right? You go, hey, you
Kind of a
wake
medium
up.
Hater right there.
You wake up, right? I don't know where I am.
Did you say it's a medium hater?
Yeah,
It's a
you're
medium hater.
Ah.
There's some... One thing that's unique about Bill, he's so brilliant. And a lot of times comedians aren't an audience, but man, does he laugh.
He laughs. He's a good laugher.
Everybody.
That's for sure.
Laughers
Yeah.
are so important in comedy. People
Well,
forget.
now that's a must-see. We can look for that. Sidney
John
Poitier.
was. I have one question. I know we got to let John go soon, but he's got to go to the airport. A lot of the female fans asked if you would wear sweatpants to the airport. I don't even understand that question.
I tend to dress up for the airport. Thank you very much.
I think it's
my
a big-
grandmother taught me to wear nice clothing to the
It's
airport.
a big wiener question. I think that's what they're getting
I
at.
have a feeling it was.
I like it. We're about to say wham bam thank you ham to this guy. I was waiting for that one. I stole it from your monologue.
Yeah, wham bam, thank you, ham. That was exactly the same one.
Yeah, that was
You said
in the
they
first
called you
show.
the hammer or hammer time or something.
Spader, what is that skateboard deck behind you?
John, finally someone fucking asked me the tough questions. Dana doesn't care. This is
That's how I paint. That's like what I do. Go ahead.
This is there's an artist, Richard Prince, and this is a skateboard deck because I used to skate. I still milk it out. I'm not any good, but my brother gave me that because
cool.
he's big into art. And but I didn't know what to put in the background. John's like, "Oh, I have louvers. I want everyone to know I'm rich."
I have a skateboard deck that was
you
signed
do?
by Tony Hawk somewhere in here. I think I might have got pushed,
Tony Hawk,
put
the
in
best one. Dana,
best one.
the best skater.
So, God, you're going to Switzerland. We've never had someone on the podcast who was leaving to
You skipped the fact that Tony Hawk was my stunt double in Police Academy 4,
Was it?
Dana?
Your skate double?
and he was about 6'10".
Yeah, no, he's a little.
And he rides Goofy. No, I ride Goofy. He rides regular.
I ride Goofy.
Yeah, John, we could tear it up. Fucking Melrose,
Let's do it.
going to Belmont.
William Morris drops you, and then you become Jon Hamm. Do you ever run into those guys and you get up in their face a little bit, or
Oh, hi, William Morris. Remember me?
Yeah. Don't you think there should always be one person working for WME whose name is William Morris? So that you could go and be like, you're the guy.
You're the guy.
you're the origin of this
And it's
whole
literally like some schmuck in the mailroom, like, what? What? I didn't even want to work here. They just made me.
I went over there when I started with Endeavor when they started. That's how old I am. And then they merged.
Yeah.
I'm boring the audience again. Okay.
People, you know what people love to talk about?
Yeah. What? Agents?
Agencies.
Well, they
I
love
know.
to talk about people who doubted you, then you made it, and then you shit all over them. They like that revenge of the, hey, William Morris.
You were in a Super Bowl commercial, but Seth Rogen did one with your precious Paul Rudd. Were you jealous that you weren't the other guy and it wasn't you and Paul Rudd?
I think that, yes, the short answer is yes.
Yes, that's the right answer.
And knowing probably within the ballpark of what he got paid for that, I'm really jealous. But yeah, I think that the fun thing about commercials now is that no one gives a shit.
It doesn't matter.
In 15, 20 years ago, like George
grab
Clooney did an ad and Brad Pitt did an ad, and everyone thought the world was ending.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, well, we're allowed to do that now? Like, cool.
You
one
could also do
cares.
them over in Europe and they didn't know about it, but now
Yeah,
that-
like Mel Gibson selling
pesky internet.
Japanese whiskey or something.
Yeah.
There's
Now
always
you could do them. You could do commercials. There's no
you can be
difference between
proud of it.
live streaming and movies. Everything is just.
when I started on
obviously-
OnlyFans, everyone's all right. Well, let's let John go. He's got a flight.
Isn't it only fan?
Mine is,
OnlyFan.
yeah. No, mine does pretty well. I do pretty
$500,000
well.
a month.
Yeah.
Gross though.
Look at Dana. I'm rich. I have stairs. Oh, people can't see his house. Shit.
And a dark room under the stairs.
I know. Where are you?
What if my wife came out of there with handcuffs on? Yeah, that's just,
Is that where Harry Potter
Is that
lives?
the Lovely Bones?
This house was built in 1912, and yes, it has ghosts, and they visit all the
Wow.
time. Yeah, I bet.
Are you
definite poltergeist.
are you in the San Francisco area? Or are
Yeah,
you in
Northern California.
Russian Hill? What's the-
Redwood trees and stuff. Where the exact
Dana's rich.
Heights?
Yeah, just my wife grew up here in this town, so just have a
It's
house
a lovely
here.
town. I
It
got to
is.
go to the Lucas Ranch over in the Presidio.
Oh, you
I've been there.
did.
That was pretty neat. That was as close as I got to being on Star Wars. It was
Well,
good to
guess
see
what?
all the
I kind of know
all the
George
models
Lucas,
stuff. That was really neat.
keep your phone close because you should definitely be in a Star Wars movie if you
Yeah.
want to. They're
think
going to
they're
keep
out of
making
them.
them. Oh no, they had to take a break because they got greedy and did one every 3 months, and everyone we need 2 or 3 years. Oh yeah,
Did you go to the kennel where they keep the baby Chewbacca's? All right, I'm out of jokes. I gotta go.
First comes the joke, then comes
Was it
no
Ewok?
laughter,
God
then
damn
comes
it.
failure. First try joke not work.
Try, dude.
Then comes unemployment.
There is no try.
Ba-ba-ba-bits.
Is no try. Only have I can't. I don't want to get blue. Anyway, I'm gonna sing.
green.
We always close off with a song.
Thank you, John. No, we didn't.
It's Mad Men.
I would have gone with it.
It's raining madmen. Well, we got to thank John for being super cool. And whenever I see you
Yes.
out, you're always nice. It's fun to talk to you. It's always a good
Gentlemen,
laugh.
it's a great pleasure, and thank you for having me.
Hey guys, if you're loving this podcast, which you are, be sure to click follow on your favorite podcast app. Give us a review, 5-star rating, and maybe even share an episode that you've loved with a friend.
If you're watching this episode on YouTube, please subscribe. We're on video now.
Fly on the Wall is presented by Audacy and executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Heather Santoro and Greg Holtzman, Maddie Sprung-Kaiser, and Leah Reese-Dennis of Audacy.
Our senior producer is Greg Holtzman, and the show is produced and edited by Phil Sweettech.
Booking by Cultivated Entertainment.
Special thanks to Patrick Fogarty, Evan Cox, Maura Curran, Melissa Wester, Hillary Schuff, Eric Donnelly, Colin Gaynor, Sean Cherry, Kurt Courtney, and Lauren Vieira.
Reach out with us any questions to be asked and answered on the show. You can email us at flyonthewall@audacy.com. That's AUDACY.com.